Welcome back. Today we're diving deep into the world of detox, and we're going beyond those trendy juice cleanses.
Right.
You've given us articles on the science behind our body's natural detox systems, guides to diet and lifestyle changes,
Mhm.
and even some stuff on mental and emotional cleansing.
It's a lot to cover.
It's a lot to unpack, but I'm ready to get this detox party started.
I'm seeing this holistic approach more and more, which is exciting. It's fascinating how these sources emphasize that detox isn't just about what you eat or drink for a few days. It's about understanding how your body constantly filters out toxins
Mhm.
and making choices to support that process long term.
Totally. Okay, so let's start with the basics. Our bodies are basically detox powerhouses all on their own, right?
Yeah.
What's the science behind how that actually works?
Right. We often hear about detox organs, and it's true. Your liver, kidneys, and even your skin are constantly working to neutralize and eliminate waste products.
Hmm.
The liver, in particular, is fascinating. Imagine it like a factory with two stations.
I like where this is going. Tell me more.
In station one, the liver breaks down toxins into smaller, less harmful substances, kind of like disassembling a complex machine.
Hmm.
Now, these disassembled parts can be temporarily more reactive.
Okay.
That's where station two comes in. It neutralizes these byproducts and makes them water soluble so they can be flushed out of the body,
Wow.
like sending them down a waste disposal system. Pretty efficient, right?
That's incredible. So, our bodies are already doing this amazing work 24/7. What can we do to support these natural detox processes? Or are we just along for the ride?
You absolutely have a say in how efficiently your body detoxes. It all
Mm.
comes back to those everyday choices, what we eat, how active we are, even how we manage stress.
Sure.
These choices can either help things run smoothly or throw a wrench in the works.
Okay, so it's like giving our body the right tools and environment for the job. I'm picking up on a theme here. It's about working with our bodies, not against them.
Exactly. For example, one source mentioned the link between chronic inflammation, oxidative stress, and toxin buildup. Think of your body as a well-oiled machine. Inflammation is like the occasional friction that's bound to happen. It's a natural response to injury or irritants.
Necessary, but maybe not something you want all the time.
Right. Now imagine that friction becoming constant, like the machine overheating. That's chronic inflammation. It can be triggered by things like poor diet, stress, or constant toxin exposure. Your body's in overdrive, and that can slow down the whole detoxification process.
So inflammation is like a wrench in the gears of our detox system. Okay, that makes sense. What about oxidative stress? That sounds a bit more intense.
Imagine your body as a car. Oxidative stress is like rust slowly building up, hindering its performance. It happens when there's an imbalance in the body, too many free radicals, which are unstable molecules that can damage cells and tissues, and not enough antioxidants to counter them.
It's like a car running on fumes and in desperate need of an oil change. And those free radicals, they can impact our detox organs, making them less efficient.
You got it. That's why a diet rich in antioxidants is so
Yeah.
crucial.
Speaking of diet, that's a big one when it comes to supporting your body's natural detox processes, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. You are what you eat, or so they say. But before we get into specifics, can we talk about the why? Why is a whole foods diet so fundamental for detox? It seems like common sense, but I'm always curious about the science behind it.
It's all about giving your body the right building blocks for optimal function.
Okay.
Think of it this way. Processed foods, with all their additives and artificial ingredients, are like foreign objects to your body. Your liver has to work extra hard to figure out how to break them down and eliminate them.
So instead of focusing on its regular detox duties, it's busy dealing with those processed food curveballs.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
On the flip side, whole foods, fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins provide your body with the vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and fiber it needs to support those natural detoxification pathways. It's like giving your body the VIP treatment. Okay, so instead of a greasy burger and fries, we're talking about a vibrant salad with all the good stuff. What are some of the detox superstars we should be loading up on?
Leafy greens like kale and spinach are at the top of the list. They're loaded with chlorophyll, which acts like a natural chelator.
A chelator. That sounds intense. Break it down for me.
Basically, it means chlorophyll can bind to toxins in your body and help remove them, kind of like a magnet collecting iron filings. Think of it as your body's internal cleaning crew getting a serious upgrade.
I'm sold. What other foods should be on our detox grocery list?
Berries are another must-have. They're packed with antioxidants called anthocyanins, which fight those cell-damaging free radicals we talked about earlier. And don't forget about cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, Brussels sprouts, and cauliflower. They contain compounds that help boost liver function and rev up those detox enzymes.
It's like a superhero team for your insides. Okay, so we're giving our bodies the right fuel with those detox-friendly foods. What about getting our bodies moving? How does exercise fit into the detox picture?
It's not just about those feel-good endorphins. Exercise is like a full-body tune-up for your cleansing systems.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
When you exercise, your heart rate increases, you breathe deeper, and blood flow increases throughout your entire body.
Right.
This means your cells are getting more oxygen and nutrients, while waste products are being efficiently removed. It's like giving your internal cleaning crew a turbo boost.
So our circulatory system is like the highway system for toxins, and exercise is like hitting the gas pedal, keeping everything flowing smoothly.
Exactly. And speaking of flow, we can't forget about the lymphatic system.
Right.
It's a crucial part of your body's drainage system, but unlike your circulatory system, it doesn't have a pump.
Wait, really? So how does the lymphatic system do its job without a pump? That seems like a major design flaw.
That's where movement comes in. Every time you move your body, whether it's cardio, strength training, or even just walking, your muscles contract and help to pump that lymph fluid along, flushing out toxins and boosting your immune system. So in a way, you are the pump.
Wow, that's amazing. I never realized how important movement is for keeping the system going.
It's essential. And let's not forget about another powerful detoxifier, sweat.
Ah, yes, the post-workout glow. But is there more to it than that?
Absolutely. Whether it's from a heart-pumping workout, a session in the sauna, or even a hot yoga class, sweating is literally your body releasing built-up toxins through your skin.
It's like our skin becomes this incredible filtration system. So cool. Did our sources mention any specific types of exercise that are especially beneficial for detox?
Yoga came up quite a bit.
Okay.
It incorporates movement, deep breathing, and specific poses that can target lymphatic drainage even further.
Okay, I'm listening. Tell me everything.
Twists, like a seated spinal twist or revolved triangle pose, are fantastic for gently massaging the internal organs and aiding digestion and elimination.
So you're basically wringing yourself out like a sponge. I can get behind that.
Right. And inversions, such as shoulder stands or legs up the wall pose, help too. By reversing the flow of gravity, they encourage lymphatic drainage from the lower body.
I'm adding these to my must-try list. We've covered a lot about detoxifying the physical body, but our sources also delve into the idea of mental and emotional detox. How are those connected?
Just like our bodies can accumulate toxins, our minds can get bogged down by stress, negative thoughts, and unresolved emotions. It's like mental clutter that can be just as detrimental to our well-being.
Mental clutter, that resonates. But how does it actually impact us?
Chronic stress, for instance, releases cortisol, the stress hormone, which can lead to a whole cascade of issues in the body, weakened immune function, digestive problems, sleep disturbances, and even weight gain.
It's fascinating how our mental state directly impacts our physical health. It's like those two are in constant communication.
Exactly. The mind-body connection is very real. But just like with physical detox, we can cleanse and rejuvenate our mental and emotional state with specific practices.
Okay, I'm ready to clear out the mental cobwebs. What have we got?
Mindfulness and meditation are at the top of the list.
I've definitely heard a lot about those lately. What makes them so powerful for mental detox?
They both help us become more present and aware of our thoughts and emotions without judgment, breaking free from that cycle of overthinking and worry that can cloud our minds. Think about it. When we're constantly dwelling on the past or anxious about the future, we're keeping our minds in a state of stress.
It's exhausting just thinking about it.
I know, right? Mindfulness and meditation are like hitting the pause button on that mental chatter, creating a space for inner peace.
Sounds like a much-needed mental vacation. And do you have to be a Zen master to benefit from these practices?
Not at all. Even a few minutes of intentional practice each day can make a difference.
Okay, that feels doable. What about journaling? Our sources mention that as a tool for emotional detox.
Journaling is incredibly powerful.
Yeah.
It's like a mental spring cleaning, a safe space to express your thoughts and feelings without judgment, process emotions, and gain clarity.
I can see how getting everything out on paper could be incredibly cathartic. Are there specific journaling techniques that are especially helpful for emotional detox?
One source suggested free writing. You set a timer for 10-15 minutes and write whatever comes to mind. No censoring, no worrying about grammar or punctuation, just let it flow.
Oh, I love that. It's like a brain dump on paper. What else?
Another powerful technique is gratitude journaling. Instead of focusing on the negative, shift your attention to the positive by writing down a few things you're grateful for each day.
I love that. It's so easy to get caught up in the negativity bias of our minds. Gratitude is like a mental palate cleanser.
Exactly. These small shifts in perspective can significantly impact your well-being over time.
It's amazing how powerful these simple practices can be. We've talked about decluttering our minds and releasing negative emotions, but what about forgiveness? Where does that fit in?
Forgiveness is huge for emotional detox. Holding on to anger, resentment, or grudges is like carrying around a heavy weight. It keeps you stuck in the past, prevents you from moving forward, and can even impact your physical health.
There's that mind-body connection again.
Right. Forgiveness is about releasing those negative emotions and choosing to move forward with a lighter heart and mind.
That sounds wonderful in theory, but forgiveness can be tough. Any tips on how to cultivate more of it?
One source suggested trying a meditative visualization where you picture the person you need to forgive and imagine letting go of the anger or resentment you're holding on to.
I like that. It's almost like creating a symbolic release.
Exactly. And you can try writing a forgiveness letter. You don't have to send it. Even the act of writing it can be a powerful release.
These are great suggestions. Okay, we've covered detox for the body and mind. What about the soul? Our sources also mention this idea of spiritual detox. What does that even mean?
It's about nurturing our inner selves and reconnecting with our values and what truly matters in life. In today's fast-paced, hyper-connected world, it's easy to get caught up in the external noise and lose touch with our inner compass.
It's like we're constantly plugged in and bombarded with information and stimulation. It can be overwhelming.
Exactly. And draining. Spiritual detox is about carving out space for stillness, reflection, and connection with ourselves, with nature, and with something greater than ourselves, if that resonates.
So how do we actually do that? How do we incorporate spiritual detox into our already busy lives? So how do we actually do that? How do we incorporate spiritual detox into our already busy lives?
One of the simplest yet most profound practices is cultivating silence.
Silence. That's a tough one these days.
It is, but it's worth it.
Sure.
Silence isn't just about the absence of noise. It's about creating space for introspection, for listening to that inner wisdom and connecting with your intuition.
So it's like hitting the mute button on the external world to tune in to our inner world.
You got it. Even just a few minutes of intentional silence each day can be incredibly grounding.
I can see how that could be really centering. What about meditation? Would that fall under the umbrella of spiritual detox?
Definitely. Meditation in its many forms is about cultivating present moment awareness and training the mind to be more focused and calm. And when we're less caught up in that mental chatter, it creates space for deeper insights and spiritual connection.
Our sources also talk about spending time in nature as a form of spiritual detox.
Yes, nature has this incredible ability to ground us, to help us reconnect with our roots and remind us that we are part of something so much larger than ourselves.
There's something about being in nature that just feels calming and restorative isn't there.
Absolutely. Whether it's a walk in the park, a hike in the woods, or even just sitting under a tree, spending time in nature can be incredibly grounding and help you reconnect with your inner peace.
Are there any specific practices that can enhance our connection with nature and amplify those spiritual detox benefits?
One source suggested trying grounding, which involves connecting directly with the Earth's energy. You do this by simply taking off your shoes and socks and standing barefoot on the grass or soil.
It sounds so simple, yet I can see how it would be powerful to just feel the earth beneath your feet.
It is. And while you're out in nature, try engaging all your senses. Pay attention to the sights, sounds, smells, and textures around you. This practice of mindful awareness can deepen your connection to the present moment and help quiet the mental chatter.
Those are great tips. What about practices like Reiki or breath work? Do our sources mention those in the context of spiritual detox?
They do. These practices work with the body's energy systems to promote healing and balance, which can be incredibly beneficial for spiritual detox. Reiki involves channeling universal life force energy to promote healing, while breathwork uses specific breathing techniques to release emotional blockages and shift our energy.
They both sound incredibly powerful.
They are, and they really highlight the interconnectedness of our physical, emotional, and spiritual selves.
It always comes back to that, doesn't it? It's all connected. What about the power of gratitude and positive affirmations? Do those play a role in spiritual detox?
Absolutely. Gratitude is like a spiritual cleanser. It helps us shift our focus from what we lack to what we have, cultivating a sense of contentment and appreciation.
It's like a mental detox for negativity. And positive affirmations.
Positive affirmations are powerful tools for rewiring our subconscious minds. By repeating positive statements that align with our goals and desires, we can actually start to shift our beliefs and create a more positive self-image.
It's like giving our minds a pep talk. Any tips for incorporating these practices into our daily lives?
Sure. For gratitude, try keeping a gratitude journal where you jot down a few things you're grateful for each day, or simply take a few moments each day to reflect on the good things in your life.
And for affirmations.
Choose affirmations that resonate with you and write them down on sticky notes, placing them where you'll see them every day.
I love that. Simple yet effective. Our sources also mention detoxifying our homes and our digital lives. How does that fit into this bigger picture of detox?
Our external environment can have just as much of an impact on our well-being as our internal environment. Think about it. We're surrounded by toxins every day in the air we breathe, the water we drink, and even the products we use in our homes.
It's true. We often don't think about those hidden toxins lurking in our everyday lives. What are some of the biggest culprits we should be aware of?
Our sources mention common household cleaning products as a major source of hidden toxins. Many conventional cleaners contain harsh chemicals that can disrupt our hormones and even contribute to things like antibiotic resistance.
Wow, I had no idea. So what's the alternative?
Switching to natural cleaning products is a great place to start. Think vinegar, baking soda, essential oils. Simple, effective, and much gentler on both our bodies and the environment.
I'm all for that. What about air quality?
Indoor air quality can actually be worse than outdoor air quality due to the buildup of pollutants.
Right.
These are released from things like paint, furniture, and yes, even those cleaning products.
So what can we do to improve the air we breathe in our homes?
Ventilation is key. Open those windows whenever possible to let fresh air circulate. You can also consider using air purifiers to remove those airborne toxins. And believe it or not, houseplants are like natural air purifiers.
I love the idea of bringing a little bit of nature indoors. It's like bringing the outdoors in.
Me too. It's all about creating a healthy and harmonious living environment. Speaking of environment, let's talk about digital detox. Our screens seem to be taking over our lives.
They really do. And all of that screen time can really take a toll on our mental and emotional health, even our sleep.
It's true. The blue light emitted from our devices can interfere with our sleep, and the constant stream of information and notifications can lead to mental fatigue, anxiety, and even feelings of inadequacy. It's a lot.
It's like we're constantly on and it's exhausting.
Exactly. And then there's the impact on our relationships. When we're glued to our phones, we're not fully present with the people around us, which can lead to disconnection and conflict.
So what's the solution? How do we create a healthier relationship with technology?
It starts with setting boundaries.
Boundaries. With our phones.
Yes. Our sources suggest designating certain areas in our homes as tech-free zones, like the bedroom or the dinner table. You can also try setting limits on your screen time using apps, or simply being more mindful of your usage.
It's about taking back control. What are some other digital detox strategies we can try?
Consider scheduling regular digital detoxes, even if it's just for a few hours each day or a weekend each month. Use that time to reconnect with yourself, with nature, with loved ones, anything that brings you joy and doesn't involve a screen.
It's about finding balance, right?
Exactly. And being more intentional with our tech use. Before you reach for your phone, ask yourself, why am I doing this? Is it adding value to my life, or is it just a distraction?
That's such a good question to ask ourselves. We've covered so many different aspects of detox for the body, mind, spirit, even our homes and digital lives. But before we wrap things up, let's talk about detox supplements. They're everywhere these days, but are they really the magic bullet they're often portrayed to be?
It's easy to get caught up in the hype, especially with so many products claiming to be the solution. But here's the thing. Our bodies are incredibly complex, and there's no one-size-fits-all approach to detoxification, supplements included.
So it's not as simple as popping a pill and calling it a day.
Definitely not. While some supplements can support your body's natural detox processes, it's crucial to approach them with a healthy dose of skepticism and consult with a healthcare professional before starting any new supplement regimen.
Safety first, as always. But let's talk about some of the popular ones out there. What are our sources saying about them?
Milk thistle is a big one. It's been used for centuries to support liver health, and research suggests that its active compound, silymarin, has antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties that may protect the liver from damage.
So it's like a shield for your liver.
You could say that. Another popular one is chlorella, a type of algae that's packed with nutrients. It's believed to bind to heavy metals and other toxins in the digestive tract, helping to eliminate them from the body.
It's like a little sponge soaking up those toxins.
Exactly. And then there's activated charcoal, which has become quite popular. It's believed to work by trapping toxins in the gut, preventing them from being absorbed into the bloodstream.
So it's like a filter for your digestive system.
Precisely. But it's important to note that activated charcoal can also bind to nutrients and medications, so it's crucial to talk to your doctor before using it, especially if you're taking any medications regularly.
Good to know. Are there any other noteworthy detox supplements our sources mention?
Dandelion root is another one that often comes up. It's traditionally been used as a diuretic, meaning it helps flush excess fluid from the body, which can be helpful during a detox.
It's like nature's little helper for getting things moving.
Exactly. And let's not forget about turmeric, that golden spice that seems to have superpowers for everything these days.
I love turmeric. What's its role in detox?
Turmeric contains curcumin, which has potent anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. It's been shown to support liver function and may even help protect the liver from damage.
It's amazing how many natural remedies are out there. But you mentioned earlier that supplements should be just one piece of the puzzle, right?
Absolutely. They're not a quick fix, and they shouldn't be used as a substitute for a healthy lifestyle. The best way to approach detox is to focus on those foundational practices we've been discussing, nourishing your body with whole foods, moving your body regularly,
Yeah.
managing stress, getting enough sleep, and creating a healthy environment for yourself.
It's about creating that holistic approach to well-being inside and out.
Exactly.
Wow, what a deep dive this has been. We've explored the ins and outs of detoxification, from the science behind how our bodies naturally cleanse, to practical tips on diet, exercise, mindfulness, even the power of a good night's sleep. We've talked about the incredible detoxifying properties of everyday foods, the importance of setting boundaries with technology, and even how to create a more harmonious living space.
It's been a truly holistic exploration of detoxification, recognizing the interconnectedness of our physical, mental, and spiritual well-being.
It really has. You've given us so much to think about. I hope our listeners feel empowered to make informed choices that support their own unique detox journeys. And here's a final thought to leave you with. If our bodies are constantly working to eliminate toxins, what does that say about the world we're living in? Maybe true detoxification starts with becoming aware of the toxins we're exposed to in the first place. The foods we eat, the products we use, the environments we create for ourselves. It's about becoming more conscious consumers, more mindful inhabitants of this planet, and more compassionate caretakers of our incredible bodies.
That's a beautiful thought to end on.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into detoxification. We'll see you next time for another fascinating exploration of a topic that matters to you.